Southridge and Forest Park here on a Friday night. I'm Kurt Guksa with Brett Bardwell. The Raiders 5-3, the Rangers 5-3. Scott Buning coaches Southridge. Buning in his 11th year at Southridge, 101-33. And overall 113-61 in his 15th year. Terry Riggs 6-12 in his second year at Forest Park. As we get ready to go here, the captains meet at midfield. The Raiders in their all-black uniforms with the Fire S on the outside of the right side of that helmet. The Forest Park Rangers in the white jerseys, the Kelly green, or forest green if you will, gold pants and gold helmets with the FP on one side and the numeral on the other. It's Shriners Night and celebrating all the great things that they do for communities all around the country and especially here in Dubois County. They presented the flag. They are also out there with the captains here at midfield. Again, game time temperature 72 degrees. The wind out of the south at 12 miles per hour. We are expecting some sort of rain. And Brett, we've seen football in all kinds of conditions, whether it be cold, rainy, sunny, hot, as Forest Park wins the toss, and they will elect to kick it to Southridge to begin the game. So if it rains, what kind of problems does that pose?
I would say, really, Kurt, playing on turf here at Southridge is a plus for both teams offensively. Unless it's really a downpour, these type of fields drain really well. So not a huge factor. For the skill guys, windy nights I always felt were tougher. So I don't think it'll cause any problems, and it actually might be good for these teams to experience a little bit of that if they plan to go deep in the playoffs. You don't know what you're going to encounter. And again, senior night, a little bit bittersweet, I'm sure, for the seniors and their families. But this season has flown by again. But as we said earlier, both teams, man, nice seasons, both 5-3.
You were in the process of putting this turf in when you were the AD. That's been a godsend. The forward thinking of, you and Terry Enlow and all the board and everything, it's been just great.
Yeah, Kurt, at the time there was a little bit of a resistance to doing something like this, but it turned out to be one of the best things we ever did because the use we've gotten has been tremendous. This is like 13, 14 years for this field. It's held up great. Practice on it every day. Lots of the bands on it and everything. It's been a great investment for Southridge.
Reese Wolf to kick it off. He'll kick it off toward the north end, the water tower at Raider Field. Here's the approach, end-over-end kick. Noah Wright's going to have it at the 1 foot line. He's going to bring it right up the middle. He's going to get it to the right hash mark. He's still on his feet. He jukes his way out across the 35 to about the 37. I thought maybe he had stepped back into the end zone, but that's where Southridge will go to work. Pretty decent field position.
I thought the same thing, Kurt. I thought he was in the end zone. I was waiting for the official to blow the whistle, but, man, Noah really brought it out of there. But, wow, some really good blocking. And he had some lanes, and you don't have to give Noah a lot of room.
Hudson Allen, 6'2", 178, and a senior will lead his offense out onto the Raider Field turf. The Raiders will approach the south end zone here as the football is toward the middle of Raider Field as Cam Nycom splits wide to the left. Kramer climbs over the football. Wright and Arroyo, the double wings. Hudson snaps him down. Arroyo in motion across the formation. They'll fake it to him. Hudson on the move. He carries it across the 40 to about the 46-yard line before he is upended. And Hudson Allen, like we've seen quarterbacks spread here recently, whether it be the college game or the high school game, you got to defend them.
I'll tell you what, that is the name of the game nowadays at quarterback. You need a guy that is a run-pass threat, and he is that. Hudson is a heck of an athlete. Right there, Forest Park, a lot of players up in the box to stop the run.
Keaton Allen goes wide to the left as Wright joins him out there. Hudson in the pistol takes it, gives it to Orion Curry. He's got big running room. He spins away from a tackle. He's up the hash mark down the right side, down to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Raiders. And a big run by Orion Curry, his 12th rushing touchdown of the season.
Good start for the Raiders, Kurt. As I said, Forest Park had a lot of people up front. If Southridge could get past the line of scrimmage, then there'd be nothing but green, and he got some good blocking, and then he broke a tackle, and heck of a run. Good start for the Raiders.
So here comes Cruz on for the extra point attempt. He is 31 of 35 in the PAT department, as Hudson Allen will be the man holding. Here's his pass. It's down on the tee. Cruz swings his right leg into it, and the kick is good. Raiders lead 7-0 here early on the Judd Collett Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. Brett and I will be back with more Raider football right after this. Raiders get it in on a two-play, 63-yard drive, capped by that Orion Curry 56-yard touchdown sprint. Cruz will kick things off for the Raiders. Jackson Leakin, the speedster, back for Forest Park. This one squibbed right up the middle, takes a couple of turf bounces, and Forest Park will cover it at the 33-yard line. They had a man just get on the football, and that is where the Rangers will start here. The quarterback, Aaron Treader, 6'5", 170, a junior. He can throw it a little bit for Forest Park. And again, Jackson Leakin, Jace Berg in the backfield, along with Tyler Fetter for much of the night for this Forest Park Ranger team. They've scored a lot of points, and they've got quick strike capability. The ball be on the right hash mark. They'll send a receiver wide to the near side, one to the short side of the field on that right hash mark. Forest Park sets up, Treader back in the pistol. Running backs on each of his shoulders. They give it to Fender up the middle, and he carries it out to the 39. In fact, they had Berg in the Wildcat back there. Jace Berg took the snap instead of Treader, and a short gain by Forest Park.
Yeah, nice start for the Rangers, 2nd and 5. You know, that's what you want to stay ahead of the chains, and they're certainly doing that with that 5-yard gain to start things off. Raider, you know, the defensive line, nice job there, but he just found a little hole to kind of squirt into and fell forward. So
Berg's going to get the start at quarterback. And talked to Coach Riggs a little bit earlier in the week, so Berg is back there in the shotgun, 2 backs with him, so a changeup for Forest Park. They go right up the middle to Frick, but a slew of Raiders knock him back. Raiders quick to the football, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and medium for Forest Park.
Nothing there that time for the Rangers. Nice job by the defensive front of the Raiders. Raiders playing pretty base right now with a 3-deep zone and keeping everything in front of them. I haven't seen any real twists or blitzes coming out of the Raiders, so big play here, 3rd and 4.
It's key to all these teams is win that 1st and 2nd down no matter what level of football. This is a 3rd down and about 4. Football resting at the 39. Receivers left and right. A slot here to the near side for Berg back there. Berg takes the ball, flushed up in the pocket. He's going to try to run. He gets hit, and the Raiders knock him down short of the 1st down sticks. He may have got back to the line of scrimmage. Not much there, and that will force a punting situation for the Rangers.
Quarterback took off pretty quickly there, Kurt. He dropped back in good coverage, and he made a quick decision. It looked like he really, really wanted to run the ball, and didn't give a lot of time for his passing game to develop there. But he is a good runner.
So Berg's going to punt. He's back at his 29. Noah Wright drops back at the 25 of Southridge. Here's the snap. Berg will put a right foot into it. A spiraling kick drives right back inside the 19 across the 25. He gets it to the 30. He's down the near sideline. He's got plenty of green grass in front of him. The 40, down to the 30. 25 cuts it back, and he will be knocked out of bounds inside the 15 at about the 14. Wright has had a punt return for a touchdown, a kickoff return for a touchdown. He is awfully dangerous, and he had a good wall here to the near side of the field.
I thought he might score, Kurt. He had one guy, just couldn't get by that last Ranger. But, special teams, again, is a huge part of football. Special teams can certainly help you. It can hurt you if you don't execute. And big punt return. Raiders in great shape here inside the 20.
So a red zone opportunity for the Raiders. Ball at the 13 near hash mark. Wright will split wide to the right side. Carter Harris, the tight end, to the near. Zach Russell in the backfield as well. Hudson snaps him down. The senior takes the football, gives it to Orion Curry. He tries to get to the outside, breaks a tackle, dives toward the end zone. Did he get in? Yes, he did. Touchdown Raiders. Orion Curry with 2 quick touchdown runs. This one on the first play after the punt return.
Just a base dive play right there. Orion, he kind of broke it to the outside, then broke a tackle, got to the pylon. I tell you what, that young man, He runs hard and breaks tackles. Southridge has really come out with some energy tonight, Kurt, and what a start.
So one play, 13-yard drive. Cruz back on for the extra point attempt. Hudson Allen to hold. The snap is high. Gets it down on the tee. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Raiders jump out to a 14-0 lead on the Judd Collett Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll step aside, and we'll have more right after this. Back to the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg press box. Raiders on top 14-0. Here's the Cruz kick. Once again, a wobbly kick right up the middle, and Forest Park once again fields it and gets down at the 34. We have seen Cruz do that a lot here recently, just kicking the ball in the middle of the field. And the kick coverage team down, but Forest Park took a knee right there with the football. Second drive of the game. The first drive resulted in a punt. So we'll see how the Rangers attack this drive. The Raider defense now staked to a 14-0 lead. So Forest Park comes out. Once again, Berg will be back in that shotgun formation with two backs with him. Receivers left and right, a slot here to the near side for Berg. He takes a snap, shovels it out to Leakin. He tries to get some running room, broke a couple of tackles. He gets it out to the 40 before he is slung down by Yamil Arroyo. Got a little crease there, and we mentioned Leakin, who had a big night last week against Pike Central with 220 rushing yards as a sophomore.
I think we got a flag here, Kurt.
Okay. So we'll see what that's all about, and there may have been a reason why he got the big run. Man, as a coach, I mean, you can take this false starts every now and then, but, man, those holding penalties at all levels of football, those are drive killers.
It is, Kurt. And, now they're looking at a 1st and 20 instead of a 2nd and 5. And it's hidden yardage that it's tough to overcome. Southridge really came hard on that play, kind of overran it a little bit.
So once again, two backs with the quarterback Berg back in the shotgun. Waits for the football, gets it, now bobbles the snap, has to quickly fall on it, and Berg does at the 20-yard line. Raiders were back there scrambling after that ball as well. So now it will be 2nd down and 25 as a loss of 5 on the play.
Kurt, it looked like he was trying to do a little play action and just hit it on the back's hip, dropped the ball, but he didn't have much time. There was a swarm of Raiders around that football. Southridge, again, just playing their base defense, but very aggressive up front, playing a cover 3 over the top, not wanting to give up any big plays.
So now it is 2nd down and 25. Berg with a man on his left shoulder out of that gun takes the football. Will give it away to Feder. He goes to the outside. Raiders get him down outside the 25 at about the 27. Noah Wright came up to make the stop for the Raiders, his 34th tackle on the season. And again, the Rangers behind the chains, 3rd and long here.
It's tough to be in a third and 17, 18, whatever it is, Kurt. Now, defensively, you can kind of lay your ears back and attack. For a DB, boy, you're thinking they've got to throw the ball, looking for an interception here. So Southridge defensively has the upper hand with a long 3rd and long.
So again, shotgun with two receivers left, two to the right. Berg retreats back to throw, has some time, still looks, gets flushed to the right side, slings it down the sideline, and it's up and caught over there. A leaping catch by Forest Park. Feder came down with it, and Terry Riggs dials up the 3rd down and 25 play, and they complete it.
Great play by that quarterback for Forest Park there. He kind of just bought some time, threw it up, and the receiver went up and got it. And Southridge probably not too happy. Coach Winkler probably not too happy giving up a 1st down on such a 3rd and long situation.
So Feder went up and caught the ball in traffic. It's 1st and 10. Football resting at the 50-yard line, right hash mark toward the Ranger bench. Receiver left, receiver right. Frick into the slot to the left side. Leaking back there along with Feder in the Ranger backfield. We've got a flag down on the play before it even started. I don't know if somebody was lined up. I think it's a motion on Forest Park, and it'll back them up 5. So there you go, backwards again. Forest Park, Coach Terry Riggs talked about in our pregame chat, just they looking to play 4 quarters of football. They've had their moments where they played awfully well, but digressed, and this is not in the playbook as far as penalties are concerned here early.
Well, yeah, if you're a Ranger fan right now or a coach, you see that you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot a little bit, making it tougher on yourself.
First and 15 from the Forest Park 45. Berg in the shotgun, takes it, shovels it back to Leakin, tries the outside, now cuts it up the middle. He's going to get about one or two before he is spilled, as Davis Schwartz came up to make the stop along with Owens for Southridge.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Kurt, great job by number 9 Harris for Southridge setting the edge there and forcing that back inside. He wanted to go wide here to the left and made a nice cutback, but into a lot of traffic. So nice play by the Harris young man there.
Second down and 13. Ball at the 47 of the Rangers. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. One back with Berg. Takes the football, gives it away to Fetter, but Arroyo misses a tackle in the backfield. And Blake Taylor had to run him down from behind. He got a few on the play, but Arroyo would have had a big tackle for loss, but didn't wrap up. And Fetter gets a couple more, made it better than it could have been. But now 3rd down and 10 for the Rangers. Nose of the football at the 50.
A little bit more manageable. 3rd and 10, though, still a challenge. But like you said, Arroyo right there just really blew that one up.
Ball on the right hash, a slot, and a receiver to the left. Same thing for the right side for the Ranger quarterback, Berg. Takes the ball, drops back to throw, has some time, flushed here to the near side, fires it to the hash mark, and once again a completion to Jackson Leakin. Carter Harris had to make the stop. Berg using his feet to move around in the pocket, and his receiver Leakin did a nice job of finding that open hook zone in that defense, and they're moving the chains via the air without their main quarterback, Treader, in the game.
That was a heck of a throw, Kurt. I mean, nice job by the Ranger quarterback, kind of shuffling around, buying some time again, and nice throw, put some zip on the ball. First down.
Raiders on top 14-0 here, 4:32 to go in the first quarter. Berg, a good athlete back there, takes the football, fakes the handoff, gives it to Frick. Another missed tackle in the backfield for the Raiders, and Frick gets it across the 35 to the 33 as the Rangers then go to the ground game right here. This an 8-play drive that started at the Forest Park 34, a couple of decent pass plays, and they're into Raider territory with 4:06 to go in the first.
Again, Arroyo was there again. Kurt didn't make the play. Southridge still playing that base defense, but credit Forest Park's backs. They're running hard.
Raiders 2 quick touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Lead 14-0. Ball on the left hash from the 33. Berg sets his team. Backs on each shoulder of Berg. They give it up the middle to Fetter. And Roland Whitehead the first to grab him. We've got a penalty flag down on the play.
Nowhere for him to go there, Kurt. Nice job by the Raider defense, but penalty on the Raiders.
I don't know if they got too high with a face mask or whatever. We'll see what the indication is. Again, they got him in the hole. Raiders have made some silly penalties at times this season, bailing out the opposition. They've had guys around ball carriers and no reason to tackle up high, and that's, I believe it is a face mask.
Yeah, just an inadvertent face mask, like you said, Kurt, stretching their arms out. And Rangers in a pretty good situation here with short yardage. 2nd
and 5, football at the 30-yard line. Receiver left, a receiver right. Slot to the right as well. Berg takes the football, rolls out, going to work back to the left, still on the move. Hit as he throws, and a diving attempt by Lubers out here on the near side, incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Kurt, that was an amazing play. Forest Park they wanted to boot the quarterback to the right side, and he had nowhere to go. He turns, comes left, and almost completes a pass. I mean, it was a pretty daggone good athletic play, and the Forest Park receiver had it in his hands. It would have been a great catch, but this quarterback is playing well. Yeah,
in relief of the normal quarterback Treader. 3rd down and 2. Obviously 4-down territory, I would think, down at the 30 of Southridge. Berg takes the football, high snap, gives it away to the second man through Fetter, and he doesn't get much. He's going to be short, but again, I think they were going to operate in 4-down territory and take the 4th down play here coming up. Now it's 4th and 3. They say lost a yard.
Big play here for the Raiders. 4th down, trying to get a stop, put a stop to this drive. You got to think that Forest Park will not go inside here. You got to look for something to the outside. I think they'll try to roll the quarterback outside in some form or fashion because the inside has been difficult for them.
4th and 3, football at the 31-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. Whistles blow. Terry Riggs wants to talk about it. We'll do the same. Timeout on the field. Raiders lead 14-0 on the Judd Collett Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll have more from Raider Field after this. Back in the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg press box, 4th and 3 for the Rangers at the Southridge 32-yard line. So Terry Riggs called the timeout to see what they want to run here. Frick in the backfield with Berg. Berg takes the snap, rolls out to the right side, designed to run all the way, and the Raiders pop in pretty good. Once again, Carter Harris setting that edge on the outside, and he was the man making the stop, and the Raiders turn the Rangers over on downs.
Kurt, Southridge right there went to a man coverage, and they brought the house. Both ends, as you said, came to try to keep things inside, and it was just downhill for the Raider defense. And great drive by Forest Park there, but they come up empty, so they needed points there.
Southridge leads 14-0, 2:25 to go here in the first quarter on senior night. Raiders 5-3, Rangers 5-3. Ball on the left hash toward the Ranger bench. Raiders have scored on their first 2 possessions. Cam Nykum comes here to the near side. Double slot formation for the Raiders. Hudson Allen sets him down, sends a man in motion across the formation. Inside handoff to Arroyo. Left side breaks a tackle, but the Rangers come up and make a nice tackle in the hole there as Beckman came up to make the stop. Rangers had guys on the right side of that defensive line stay home and made the stop.
Absolutely. They won the line of scrimmage there, Kurt. As I said earlier, the Forest Park has a lot of guys up in the box, and it's clear they are going to try to make Southridge throw the ball.
Again, that wind by 12, 13 miles an hour out of the south, so it's against Hudson Allen and the Raider offense right now. 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to the near side, slot to the right. That's Noah Wright. Hudson takes a snap, rolls out to the near side, wants to throw, on the move, slings it to the sideline, incomplete, short hopped a diving Keaton Allen at about the 42-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
That's a tough throw right there for the Raider quarterback. A long throw. Forest Park was giving him some cushion. Good route. What we kind of call a comeback route, where you try to make the defender think you're going deep, and then you break it off at about 12, 15 yards. He was open, but the ball was just underthrown.
So the Raiders forced with a 3rd down and long. Ball on the right hash, short side of the field, right to the near side. Cam Nykum to the left. Hudson with Orion Curry in the backfield. Takes the football, gives it to Curry. Comes here to the near side, bounces to the outside. Tries to make a man miss. He does. He's got a Raider 1st down across the 45 before he gets tumbled out of bounds at the midfield stripe. And the Raiders moving the football that time on a 3rd down and long. Ran the football and got the 1st down.
I'd say Curry's having a good night, Kurt, running hard. And again, Forest Park, they were playing 4 across the board secondary-wise, but their safeties are really cheating up to support the run. And if Southridge can get any bit of a little bit of a gap, they can make it a big play.
2 to the left. Carter Harris, the tight end to the right. Russell in the game at a wingback spot. Right side, he goes in motion. They'll fake it to him. Hudson Allen's going to keep at the quarterback spot right up the middle, but the Ranger defense comes in to make the stop as Bryson Frick was the first man to meet him. He got a couple. Got into Forest Park territory at about the 47-yard line.
Forest Park, again, Kurt, determined not to give up too much inside. So it's tough sledding, over the guard, center, tackle areas. So expect Southridge maybe to start attacking a little bit wider. And they have had success bouncing a few runs.
14-0 Raiders, 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, wing to the right, Russell. Hudson takes a snap, gives it to Orion Curry. He tries to bounce to the outside once again, picks and chooses his hole, gets it down to about the 41-yard line of Forest Park before he is stopped. Gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and short here.
Southridge attacked to the outside a little bit there. Kurt pulled some linemen, and the Raider linemen really looked good, running downfield, and the running back, Curry, nice job reading his blockers there.
Well, they're going to give Southridge the 1st down. Said he got to the line to gain. They're going to mark the football at the 39. Keaton Allen splits wide left. Kramer climbs over the football. Double wing formation for the Raiders. Hudson in the pistol. Snaps him down. Russell in motion. They're going to give it to Zach. He can run. He tries to get to the outside, but the Rangers come up and make a nice stop. Jackson Leakin along that outside part of the Ranger defense, whether it be an outside linebacker, end, or corner, came up to make the stop and didn't let Russell get to the outside.
You're exactly right, Kurt. Great play by Leakin. He just beat his man and made the play by himself.
So that will be the end of the first quarter. Raiders score on their first 2 possessions. They lead Forest Park 14-0. On the Judd College Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard, we'll have more football right after this. Welcome back to Raider Field. Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg Press Box after 1 quarter, 14-0 Southridge. Raiders have the football at the Forest Park 41 for a 2nd down and 12 here to start the second quarter of action.
Just honored the Raiders' 7th graders, Kurt. They just keep coming.
Yep, they do. 2 receivers to the right, the wing to the left side. Hudson takes the football, gives it to Orion Curry, breaks another tackle. He gets it down to the 29-yard line of Forest Park before he gets banged to the turf on a big-time collision. But another good run by Orion Curry, who came in with 458 yards of rushing for the Raiders. And it's a first down. Southridge leading 14-0 on senior night. Both teams 5-3. Both teams getting ready for sectional play next week. 9 weeks already in the books. So Keaton Allen goes wide left. Arroyo joins him out there. Wing right to the left side. Hudson, the quarterback, takes the football, play action pass, wants to throw, gets flushed up in the pocket, tries to run to the right side. He's got some running room, tries to get to the stick, and he will before he's knocked down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line for a first down. Hudson didn't like the passing opportunity, so he just pulled it down.
I'll tell you what, Kurt, I like that call by Coach Ohanian, throwing on first down, and they were looking to get someone deep down the middle. Coverage was there by Forest Park, but Allen, what an athlete.
Yeah, he pulled it down. He can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the Raiders have had a good supply of quarterbacks that can run that football. It's 1st and 10 at the 16, they say. Hudson with 2 guys back there with him. Russell, a lead back behind the tackle. He gives it away to Yamil Arroyo. He spins forward to about the 11-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play. The Raiders methodically moving the football down the field. Their 9th play of the drive after they took it over at the 35-yard line after turning the Rangers over on downs.
Well, Kurt, Forest Park's defense has been out there a lot on this drive. I think they're getting a little tired. Southridge kind of winning the battle up front right now.
2nd and 5 from the 11. Right the wing, left 2 backs with Hudson. Right goes in move motion to the right now, back to the left. Hudson takes it, gives it away to Orion Curry. Big hole right side. He barrels into the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Orion Curry, his 3rd touchdown run of the night, and that was a strong, hard run right up the gut.
Yeah, Orion stuck it up in there quickly. I mean, he exploded into that end zone, and you got to give credit, too, to this offensive line for Southridge. They are as I said earlier, playing with a lot of energy and aggressiveness, and if you can win the line of scrimmage at any level, you can run the football.
So 10:29 to go here in the second. Raiders add on to their lead, cruise on for the extra point attempt here out of the hold of Hudson Allen. Passes down. The kick up by Cruz has been very good, and the kick is good. 21-0 Raiders on the Judd College Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back to the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg Press Box. I'm Kurt Guxell with Brett Bardwell. Raiders on top of Forest Park 21-0. Football tonight brought to you by B&A Construction and Design. If you need a new pole barn, man cave, or any kind of construction project, give the guys and gals at B&A Construction and Design a call at 812-683-4600. Stop by and see them between Jasper and Huntingburg on Highway 231 in those big red buildings. So Ryan Curry gets into the end zone for his 14th rushing touchdown of the season, pushing that lead to 21-0 with 10:29 to go. They took over on downs on a short field and went 10 plays and 35 yards after the Rangers were turned away as Cruz gets ready to kick things off. Jackson Leakin back deep. Cruz will send this one away, which he hasn't done lately. Leakin fields it at the 7, across the 10 to the 15. Leakin's dangerous before he gets just pounded at the 27. Raiders hustling down on special teams.
I thought he was going to break that one, Kurt. He one little step another way, and he had nothing but green. I think I see why the Raiders are liking to squib kick it, but he only did get out to the 27, so it turned out okay for the Raiders there.
Rangers at their own 27 to begin this drive. Once again, Jace Berg doing the quarterbacking tonight for Forest Park. Rangers down 21-0. They had a nice drive going as they went 12 plays, but then turned it over on downs on their last possession, and the Raiders take advantage of it. A receiver to the left, one to the right as well, a wing to the left. Berg now under center, and the Raiders jump off. And the first time Forest Park has went under center in Southridge. Maybe he was drawn off. We'll see. It looked like the Raiders were well across the football. Yep, and it's a penalty, and Forest Park will work on a 1st and 5 now.
That penalty will drive the defensive line coach crazy. You tell your defensive lineman, especially your nose man, just watch the football. Don't listen to the count. Watch the football. When the football is snapped, you move. But, easier said than done. Southridge has been very aggressive at the line of scrimmage, but it cost them there.
1st down and 5 from the 32. I formation. Berg pitches it back to Leakin in the backfield. Tries to cut it up through the middle, but Davis Schwartz comes and gets him along with Roland Whitehead. Schwartz fended off a couple of blocks and got to him, as that was their first play from scrimmage on this drive. 10:05 to go first half, 21-0 Raiders.
I tell you, Schwartz and Whitehead, a couple of juniors that have really improved as the season has gone along for Southridge, and nice play right there. There was just no room for the Ranger running back, nowhere for him to go.
So 2nd down and 4. Gave him one on the play after that penalty. Berg back in the gun. Receivers all over Raider field. Berg takes the ball, drops back the pass, comes up in the pocket, goes right down the middle. Another catch by Jackson Leakin across the 45 to the 46. Berg, he's a good athlete, multi-sport guy.
Wow.
Does some quarterbacking, but that time he threw one, and it was well defended by Southridge, but he just slung it in there.
He did, Kurt. Stepped up in the pocket and fired that football, and a great catch. That was a big-time play right there by the QB and the receiver. And, like you said, Southridge had it pretty well defended. He put it right on the money, and he put some heat on that thing.
Yeah, the receiver got to the inside with some of that leverage, and Berg threw it at the only place his guy could have caught it. First down and 10 from the 47 for his Park. Berg back in the pistol. Little short pitch to Fetter. He tries the left side, breaks containment, gets it into Raider territory at about the 47-yard line. Just a little shovel pitch from about 2 yards, but Fetter got to the outside.
Southridge continues to play their base defense, and that's what they should be doing, up 21-0. But Forest Park can score some points, and they have shown some life offensively tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, they've had a nice year offensively, and Terry coaches them, to be a little multiple. They average 30 points a game. Receiver to the left, 2 here to the near. Berg under center, play action, rolls to the right, throws on the run, and once again, he's got his man out there. Leakin breaks a tackle, gets it all the way down to the 30-yard line before he is spilled by Eli Meese. Again, Berg just using his feet to create some space, because if you're back in that pocket, guys are going to get to you, but being an athlete, he got to the outside, made another nice throw.
He did, and the Leakin kid, talk about impressive.
Yeah,
but right
he's
there,
really good.
Right there, a little play action. They sent their wide out deep down the sideline, ran off the corner, and the receiver, Leakin, just did a deep out route, and nobody was there, and the ball was put right on the money, and the Rangers are threatening.
Jackson Leakin, 6'2", sophomore.
Nice player.
Ball on the right hash, 1st and 10 from the Raider 31. Once again, ball shoveled out, but dropped by Fetter, and it's going to be a loss. And the Raiders fortunate there. They tried that little shovel handoff again, or pitch, if you will, with 2 hands like a chest pass. Yeah. And ball got loose on the turf. Rangers fortunate to pounce back on it.
As you said earlier, Kurt, that can be a drive killer. So now you're facing 2nd and almost 20. But when you get into the red zone, you have to be able to win the line of scrimmage, stick the ball in the end zone. And Southridge's defense, really, they bow their neck when they get their backs to the wall down there.
Second down and 17, football at the Raider 38. Berg back in the gun, back on his left shoulder. Berg takes the ball, drops back to throw. Heavy rush once again, tries to avoid a tackle, throws it down the middle. Nearly picked off by the Raiders, but Jackson Leakin got it on a ricochet and gets it down to the 26-yard line. I could get a number on the Raider. It was thrown right to him, and it went through his hands, and Leakin was right behind him and made the catch.
I think it was Harris. He had a pick. He had it in his hands, went through his hands. But again, this Forest Park quarterback, he's backpedaling and buying time, and he threw that off his heels. He was on his heels there and was able to throw the ball. And I know Coach B's probably not too happy with that outcome.
Well, as a quarterback, Forest Park takes a timeout. You really don't like throwing the ball off your back foot down the middle like it was, but it turned out pretty good. So we got timeout on the field. Raider and Ranger football brought to you tonight by Hayes Heating and Air. Todd Hayes has experience and wants to help you with your next HVAC project. 812-630-5719. Judd Collin, of course, our scoreboard sponsor. Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg, our press box sponsor. Glad to have those people on our football broadcast tonight. The Rangers with a 3rd down and 7 from the Raider 28. And again, they're in 4-down territory here, this deep in Raider territory like they were the last time. So for Terry Riggs, you're scheming for 2 plays here.
Yeah. If you're Forest Park, you're thinking we really need to get points. They have threatened. This is the 2nd time, and they really need to get points to stay in this football game. So let's see what happens here, Kurt.
So after the timeout, Forest Park has the football, 3rd and 7 from the Raider 28. Berg back there. He's going to try to pass again. Once again, flush to the right side, throws on the run, lobs it down the field. Over the shoulder catch by Tyler Fetter at the 11-yard line, and like he may have landed on the football. Defended over there by the Raiders, and a pretty good defense by Eli Meese, but once again, Berg dropped it right in the bucket to Fetter.
Exactly. I mean, again, Southridge put heat on the quarterback. He stays poised, though. He had one guy, running kind of an angle here down to the 10-yard line, and as it was earlier, had a Raider defender there. But as you said, Kurt, he dropped it right over the shoulder, only place he could put it. Nice play by the Rangers.
1st and goal to go at the 10. Raiders up 21-0, but Forest Park on the move. Berg once again drops back to pass, hit as he throws it towards the end zone. Frick toward the pylon, touchdown Rangers. Forest Park on a touchdown pass from Berg to Bryson Frick gets Forest Park on the board here.
I feel like a repeating record here, but Southridge's defensive line just came hard, and it was almost like they were untouched. They were right in the quarterback's face. He steps to the right, zips it to the end zone, and touchdown Rangers. Great play.
Reese Wolf, a very good kicker for Forest Park on. Comes from a very athletic family. Gets most of the athletic ability from his mom. Kick is up, and the kick is good by Reese Wolf. 21-7. Rangers trail, but they get on the board on our Judd Collin Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. Brett and I will be back with more football right after. Back to Raider Field. Wolf's run up. End-over-end kick toward the far side of the field, fielded by Southridge. Arroyo has it. He's going to bring it to the near side. Tries to break a tackle. Stiff arm at the 40. They try to tackle him up top and finally drive him out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
Good field position for the Raiders. Starting about midfield here, Kurt. Nice return.
What an impressive drive by the Rangers.
Yeah.
They went 7 plays and 68 yards, mostly through the air. Berg to Frick, a 10-yard touchdown reception, making it 21-7 with 6 minutes to go until halftime. Coming up at the halftime break, have our weekly Notre Dame preview. Irish, another tough one. USC comes to town. Hudson Allen in the pistol, sends right in motion across the formation. Play action. Hudson wants to throws a slant pass. He's got a man in the crease. It's Cam Nykum, and he's going to take it to the house after a nifty move to the outside. 51 yards, Hudson Allen to Cam Nykum.
Wow, that's coming right back, isn't it, Kurt? I mean, you give up a touchdown, and the first play back, very, very nice play. It was a little play action. Went with a kind of a deep post. He caught it, broke a tackle, and the Raiders extend the lead again.
Again, you strike on the first play, throwing the football, and Hudson Allen gets the touchdown pass for Hudson. That is touchdown pass number 8, Cam Nykam's second touchdown reception. Cruz on for the extra point kick. The right footer puts the foot into it, and it is up, and it is good. 28-7 Raiders on the Judd Collicky Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll have more football from Raider Field after this. Back to Raider Field in the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg press box. Raiders answer that Forest Park touchdown with one of their own. First play from scrimmage, Hudson Allen to Cam Nykum, who made a nice move. His Cruz will kick it off. Here's the boot. End over end kick. Leakin's going to run up at the 9, bring it across the 10, gets it to the 20, tries to find a crease and tumbles forward to the 25. Good special teams coverage by the Raider kick coverage team, and Forest Park will start their drive at about the 25-yard line here. They'd like to get something going. Again, an impressive drive by Berg the last time, engineering that Forest Park touchdown. It's 28-7 here with 5:41 to go in the first half. So Forest Park will have it at the middle of the field from the 25. Berg huddles up his team. Late substitution for Forest Park. Play clock still at just 20. So here we go. Berg brings his team up. They're going to line up under center, I formation. Frick dots that I. Slot to the left side. Here's the snap. Berg once again, play action. Rolls to the left, goes to the far sideline, out of bounds. Ball intended across the way for Jaden Bettag. But they were closing in on Jace Berg in a hurry that time.
Yeah, there was nothing there for the Rangers that time, Kurt. And again, the quarterback backpedaling, buying time. And Raiders are just really putting pressure on him. And good coverage as well that time, though.
Raiders trying to end the half strong here. Raiders next week, Corden out here. Begin the sectional. Forest Park will host the Blue Jackets of Mitchell. And for both teams, a little different, team that you normally don't play. Although Southridge and Corden have played several times in the tournament, not in the regular season. Here's the snap. They give it away right up the middle. Very short game on second down by the Rangers. Davin Pund, a 6-foot sophomore, into the backfield.
I'll tell you what, Kurt, Forest Park's impressive, in that they can run the ball, and physically, they've got some strong kids too. It's a good challenge game for the Raiders. And I think, as you were talking about the postseason, I think both of these teams have a chance to do some damage in the postseason. So two nice ball clubs here tonight.
Rangers just happy they avoided Modern Day in their half of the bracket. It just seemed like for the longest time that was coming out that way. 3rd down and 9 from the 26. Big down for both teams here. Man in motion to the near side. Berg retreats back to throw, winds up, throws it down the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Leakin. Raiders got a hand in it as Noah Wright came in. Good defensive back play to just chop down as the ball and the receiver came together.
I think we got a penalty flag down on the far side, Kurt.
Well, the Raiders were on the bad end of a pass interference play last week.
I think they just another one. That was a great play by Noah.
I think what draws the ear of the coaching staff, it's not the guy here on the near side, it's somebody further, and that's exactly what happened last week.
Yeah, that came from the other side of the field. It was a little dig route. Noah playing free safety back there just broke on it, and great throw again by the Ranger quarterback, but that was a nice play by Noah.
Yeah, I think everybody got there at the same time, and that time they gave it to the offense as far as the interference is concerned. Berg again wants to throw, slants at the Feder, incomplete off his hands. Ball popped up in the air. Fortunate nobody picked it off for Southridge, so incomplete pass will bring up second down with 4:35 to play here in the first half, 28-7 Raiders.
I tell you what, it's fun to watch the Southridge defense, Kurt. They're just aggressive tonight. At the snap, they are attacking Sometimes that'll give up some yardage, but in most cases it's going to disrupt things. And love the energy they're playing with.
Yeah, they play with no energy, as you heard Coach Bunig say in that first half down there in that big game last week. Leakin shifts to the left side of the formation. Berg takes the football, gives it away to Pun. Davis Schwartz grabs him at the 41 and stops him right in his tracks.
Just a basic ISO play right there, Kurt, leading with a backup into the 3-hole. But Forest Park's going to have a hard time running up inside that Southridge defense. The Southridge linebackers have, as I said earlier, they've really improved as the season's come along, and tonight anyway, pretty salty against the run.
So here we go with a 3rd down and 9. Ranger receiver in a slot to the near, same thing to the left side. Now Leakin's going to flood the left side. He's been dangerous on these pass plays. Berg takes the football. The right-handed quarterback sets up a play down the middle. He's got Leakin once again for a 1st down to the Southridge 41 and a late flag. Gage Werner perhaps stopped the touchdown right there. You throw that ball in any direction toward Leakin tonight, and it's going to be a catch. See what the penalty flag's all about. Raiders are going backwards. So didn't really see an indication, but it's going to be against the Raiders. It's going to be a 1st down anyway. This is going to add to it. Got a little missed out here as well starting. It's ball all the way down to the 27-yard line of Southridge.
Southridge brought a little heat that time and played man-to-man. And the quarterback for Forest Park backpedaling again. But, man, he's a gunslinger. He put it right on the money.
1st and 10 at the Raider 27. Berg once again back in the shotgun. Receivers all over Raider field. Takes the ball, wants to throw again. Deep drop, throws it down the middle of the field, way up in the air. Battle for it in the end zone. It is incomplete. Wright and Leakin fought for it, and it bounces idly into the end zone on that jump ball situation.
I think Noah Wright was back there on the coverage, and that's exactly what it was, Kurt. He, threw it up for grabs. Thought maybe Noah might be able to come down with it. Both players fought for it.
Well, the Rangers go for all the marbles. 3:23 to go. Again, we'll have the interview with Marcus Freeman coming up at the half. Irish and the men of Troy, 7:30, prime time in South Bend. USC has been prone to give up a few points. Their offense is good with Caleb Williams, but we'll see what happens in South Bend. First things first, a 2nd down and 10 from the 27 here. And a whistle and a Forest Park timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:23 to go in the first half. 28-7 Raiders on the Judd Collett Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll step aside and have more after this. Welcome back. Raiders lead 28-7. We're broadcasting from the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg press box. Umbrellas up outside. Mist falling here at Raider Field. We went 8 weeks without any weather difficulty, but week number 9, it seems like it brings the best out of the old weatherman. And Rangers faced with a 2nd down and 10 from the 27 of Southridge. Rangers have been in Raider territory a few times. Lubers goes wide to the left. Ball here on the right hash mark. Pund in motion to the left. They stack that side of the line. They give it up the middle to Frick, but he's met right in the hole by Davis Schwartz once again. Zach Russell was back there initially as well. Schwartz having a heck of a game at linebacker tonight.
Yeah, just a straight run straight up the middle there, Kurt. They had a kind of a double wing, 2 wide out formation, kind of spread, tried to run it up inside, but there was absolutely nothing there. Great job by the Raider defense to win that line of scrimmage. Big play here. I think fourth and long. Is that correct, or is this third?
3rd down and long.
Third,
yeah.
okay.
Football at the 29 of Southridge. Rangers with 2:47 to go. They have used all 3 of their timeouts. Lubers wide to the left. They'll send a couple of guys here to the near, including Frick. Berg takes the football. Once again, deep drop, heavy rush, up in the pocket, hit as he throws it toward the far sideline, takes a couple of hops over there. But once again, the Raiders got to him. Zach Russell back there. He's very fast. We see him on offense, but he used in that speed rush type of deal for Wink's defense, and Berg had to unload.
Yeah, kind of a delayed blitz by the Raider linebackers there too. And the best thing, against a quarterback that's kind of got a hot hand like this guy does right now is to put pressure on him, make him feel uncomfortable, and not let him sit back there. And that's what Southridge is doing.
4th down and 12. Football at the 29. Raider defense trying to hold for the second time on 4th down with the Rangers in their own territory. Southridge's territory. Berg rolls out to the left, tries to create a space, throws up in the air down the middle of the field. Jump ball once again, incomplete, pops up in the air, and it is incomplete. The Rangers, Leakin said he came up with it, but the official said no, it hit the ground. It bounced up in the air 3 or 4 different times. Each team had a chance to get it. Are they going to give it to Forest Park? They're going to say Leakin caught it. Wow, that's unbelievable. I thought the one official across the way was waving it off, but the ball is caught at the 10-yard line by Leak, and another just a miraculous catch. I don't know how to explain it.
I'm at a loss for words, Kurt. The kid is just throwing it up there, and the Ranger, it's just a battle for the ball. Wow, first down.
First and goal at the 10-yard line. Rain starting to pick up ball. Snapped over the head of Berg. He goes back and picks it up. He scrambles, still on his feet, looking to throw. Throws it toward the end zone. Incomplete, nearly picked off by Cam Nykum. Brad Ohanian looking for a holding call. Coach B not exactly happy. And you see holding calls on that kind of scramble situation. The snap went over his head, and Berg tried to make a play out of it. This is kind of reminiscent if you saw the Corden game where they kind of said they were playing backyard football, and like you would in Berg is doing a really good job. He's doing a lot better job than the Corden guy did last year.
I tell you what, this quarterback it's frustrating when you're trying to stop a guy who's got some weapons and just runs around and makes plays. Rangers were fortunate there.
Yeah, threw it down the middle. 2nd down and 10. Now a whistle, probably a false start on Forest Park. Send a man in motion. I don't think they had anybody set. Yep, motion on the Rangers. 1:43 to go in the first half. That'll back them up 5. Raiders on top 28-7. Again, not a heavy rain. It's kind of a mist, but it's blowing out of the south toward the north here at Raider Field. Umbrellas up for the most part.
See if the Raiders can take advantage of this penalty, backing them up to the 15.
So 2nd and 15. Again, Rangers without the benefit of a timeout here under center Berg. Raiders, again, drawn offside. And they're good for about one of those a game along that right side of the Raider defensive line. And that's what they want, a twitch. They want that quick twitch. But, again, they always say the football's right in front of you as a defensive lineman. So it's going to be now 2nd and 10. They kind of exchange 5-yard penalties here. Berg goes under center, doesn't want to get that shotgun snap in this rain. Takes the football, play action, rolls out, heavy rush once again, throws it here to the near side. Falling down catch at the 12 by Forest Park. Not going to get much, maybe 3. And that is Pun making the catch here. Again, perhaps that ball is on the money. He turns it up. But, again, the quarterback under serious duress.
Absolutely, Kurt. Right there, they were flooding the right side and had a back in the flat, and he's wide open. If he catches that standing up, he's down inside the 5-yard line.
28-7 Raiders on top. $1:13 to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 12 from the 12-yard line for the Rangers. It's the Southridge 12. Ball here on the right hash. Berg now goes back in that shotgun. Waits for the ball, gets it, pulls it down, wants to throw, has some time, throws it toward the end zone, in the air, incomplete. Double coverage there by Southridge. Gage Werner and Noah Wright and Carter Harris also a little bit on the coverage, as that once again was intended for Jackson Leakin, who's been phenomenal for the Rangers so far tonight. So that'll bring up a 4th and 10, and here comes Reese Wolf. Well within his range for Forest Park. They want to get some points here on a 4th and 12 from the 12. Football will be marked at the 19, so a 29-yard field goal for Wolf. Leakin to hold, ball on the right hash, so he can perhaps hook it in there like a golf shot. Here's a snap down on the tee. Wolf's kick has plenty of leg, and he drives it right through. 29-yard field goal by Reese Wolf makes it 28-10 Raiders on the Judd Kodke Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll take a break and we'll have more after this. Back in the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg press box, Rangers on the board on the Reese Wolf 29-yard field goal. He'll kick it away toward the south end zone here at Raider Field, toward Razorback Lane.
Tough year for the
Off
Razorbacks
to the
right
south,
now, Kurt.
towards your house. Ball squibbed along the ground, and Wolf kicks it out of bounds, and the Raiders will take it at the 35 as the ball trickled out of bounds. Raiders here with 50 seconds to go on all 3 timeouts. It's usually not what the Raiders do as far as trying to get points at the end of the half and, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, but it's 50 seconds. They've been quick strike, I'll say that, in case they get a home run here, but they take over at the 35 of Southridge.
Be interesting to see what Coach Ohanian dials up here. Maybe they come out and run the ball early, and if they get some yardage, get near the 50-yard line, then they start maybe attacking. If not, maybe they just go into the half with this nice lead. Let's see what they do.
Ball in the middle of the field. Nykum and Arroyo go wide to the left, right the wing back to the left for Southridge. Hudson waits for the ball, takes a snap, gives it to Orion Curry, bounces to the left side up the hash mark. Jackson Leakin knocks him down at the 39-yard line. Raiders use one of their timeouts here. We'll take it with them. Raiders on top, 28-10. We'll step aside and have more from Raider Field after this. Back to Raider Field, 2nd and 6. 43 seconds to go from the Southridge 39 for the Raiders. Hudson Allen waits, gets the football. Quick pass to the outside, incomplete. Short hopped his cousin Keaton Allen over there at about the 46-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 with 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Rangers playing a 4 deep, kind of a prevent type of defense there, and Southridge was going to go just a little 10-yard curl, but that was a long throw from the left hash all the way over to the numbers.
So football at the 39-yard line, 3rd and 6. Raiders on top, 28-10 here on senior night. Last regular season game, Cam Nykum goes wide to the right. Arroyo joins him in a slot to the right side. Hudson at quarterback, waits for the ball, gets it. Hudson rolls out to the right side. Now flushed up in the pocket, throws it toward the sideline. He's got a man over there. It's Nykum, makes the catch and smartly steps out of bounds. He's into Ranger territory at the 46-yard line for a 1st down. Good pitch and catch.
Southridge can kind of attack now, and that was a great catch by Nykum. Kind of high, and he pulled it in. Great catch. Raiders have time to maybe attack that end zone now.
So 1st and 10 from the Ranger 46 with 33 seconds to go. 2 receivers to the near. Wing Arroyo to the right side. Orion Curry in the backfield. Here's the play. Hudson wants to throw once again. Winds up, throws a bomb down the near sideline for Noah Wright. Incomplete ball batted away in the secondary by Jackson Leakin. Wright nearly had the catch as the ball was pushing him back toward the middle, toward the hash mark, and it's incomplete. Pretty good throw there, and like you said, Noah almost made the play. The Rangers kind of changed their coverage to a 2 deep, brought their corners up, and Noah was in the slot. He just kind of took off on a go route and almost made the catch there, but, nice defense by that safety for Forest Park. 2nd down and 10, football at the 46, receiver left, receiver right. Here's the play. They give it to Orion Curry, tries the left side and gets pinballed down at the 39. Scott Buting wants a timeout. We'll keep it here with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Again, Raider football brought to you by B&A Construction and Design. For that new pole barn, that man cave to watch all the football in, call 812-683-4600. They can build it for you. You can stop by and see B&A Construction and Design on Highway 231 between Jasper and Huntingburg. And they will take care of all that in those big red buildings out there. Raider volleyball in action tomorrow in the semifinals in Princeton. We've got cross-country sectional over at the Jasper Youth Sports Complex as the fall sport tournaments are winding down. So football here in week 9. Tournament starts next week, and the beloved fall break for y'all next week. The whole week. That's pretty nice.
That is great. Believe me.
I
I don't think the football coaches like it.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's a little bit change of routine.
Yeah.
They're not on any vacation.
They don't get a fall break.
But you get the time to spend with your team. You can get a lot done and get a lot better. There's some teams that get better, using that week.
Excellent point, Kurt.
Third
You're
down
right.
and 4 from the 40. Hudson takes the ball, spins it in his hands, pumps, scrambles out, tries to go to the left side as Bryson Frick got to him and spills him way back at the midfield stripe, and the Raiders will probably let that clock run down, and that'll be the end of the first half here at Raider Field. Well, they did. They called it with 1.7 seconds. Okay.
Right there, Kurt, that I guess that's maybe what you call a coverage sack. There was just nobody open, and he just took the sack wisely. Don't throw an interception. But this is interesting with 1.7 and the ball at the 50. We may see a Hail Mary here.
Yeah, I didn't know if they would call it, but they did. Thought they might let it run out, but they do have that opportunity to wind up and throw it down the field. Southridge, for the most part down through the years, not using many trick plays, but
how far can Hudson throw it?
He's got a good arm.
Yeah, he does.
Shortstop.
Yes, he is. He is
best baseball player last year in the PAC for my money. So let's see what happens here.
This is interesting. Brado, some last instructions to the QB as he goes out.
Did he ever learn any trick plays from Coach Leonard back in Franklin?
Coach Leonard lived on trick plays.
I know they passed the ball a lot and had Forest Park's Grant Welp, a great quarterback.
Oh, wow,
Coach
was
Leonard.
he ever.
Man, was he good. He was great at Forest Park, and Mike got him a good player there.
Oh, my.
Here's a snap. Hudson Allen gets flushed to the left side. He's going to wind up, throws a wobbly pass that lands out of bounds as play ends here in the first half, and the Raiders lead county rival Forest Park 28-10. Brett, not a bad first half. Both teams had some really good highlights. Southridge jumped out to the early lead. Forest Park moved the football a little bit via the pass from Jace Berg, mainly to Jackson Leak, and so just not a bad first half here for either of these teams. I know Forest Park probably wanted to get it in the end zone a little bit more, but not bad.
It was fun, Kurt. Very entertaining. And like you said, Southridge jumps up 21-0, and you think Forest Park's maybe, done. And then they put together a great drive, wind up scoring 10 points there to get kind of back in the ball game. And, this is still a ball game that Southridge is going to have to come out and play the second half and close this thing out. A lot of credit to both teams playing hard. Can't believe it's the last regular season game of the year this football season. It just football it goes too fast, but a lot of exciting stuff ahead, I think, for both these teams.
Yeah, the teams go off to the locker room. The Raider band getting ready for their competitions coming up. Also band senior night as well as the mist starts to come back down here at Raider Field. Our halftime score, 28-10 in favor of the Southridge Raiders over the Forest Park Rangers. When we come back, we'll start our Thermwood Corporation halftime show. We'll have our weekly Notre Dame preview with the head coach of the Fighting Irish, Marcus Freeman. Again, the Irish and USC tomorrow night in South Bend. They might deal with some weather as well in northern Indiana. When we come back, we'll get into that and have more halftime from Raider Field right after this. Back for the second half, Brian Cruz to kick things off for the Raiders. Southridge on top, 28-10, puts a foot into it. Leakin comes up, brings it across the 20, gets it to the 25 before he is knocked down. Raiders down there on special teams as Blake Taylor got there to make the stop, and Forest Park is with it offensively to begin the second half, 1st and 10. So Jackson Leakin took it, 25-yard line of the Rangers as they go to work here for a 1st and 10, and that's why you want the ball in the second half to get that offense moving. We'll see what Coach Riggs has up his sleeve here. Berg has played well at the quarterback spot for the Rangers. Treader had a sore shoulder earlier in this season, maybe flaring up, talking to some of the Forest Park people at the break. Rangers will send a receiver to the left, one here to the near. Two backs on either shoulder of Berg. He's back to the shotgun. Now Frick flares off to the left side. High snap. Berg pulls it down, looks left, throws it out there. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Blake Taylor got a hand on it and knocked it down. They say, if you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up, and he knocked it down on that swing pass to the right side.
Nice play by Taylor, and they had a guy open there on the swing. Southridge came out that time in a coverage where they were man-to-man underneath with a two-deep zone, which is kind of interesting. It looks to me like Southridge kind of trying to slow down the passing game now a little bit more than focusing on the run game. And in Forest Park, that's where their success has been, is throwing the ball.
2nd down and 10. Football at the 25 of Forest Park. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the short side of the field. Berg once again back in the shotgun. Takes the football, shovels it out to Bryson Frick. They run the end around. Here comes Leakin. Leakin to the 30. Bounces it to the outside. Gets it to the 35. And he's going to have a first down. They've run that little short pitch, and that time Leakin came from behind and got the pitch or handoff from Frick on that reverse end around.
That was a good call. You got to give credit to the Rangers there. The Raiders were fooled on that one, pursuing fast to the right side. And Southridge was again in that same defense, man under 2 deep. Good call by the Rangers and getting a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 35. First drive of the second half for Forest Park. Raiders on top 28-10. Jace Berg in the shotgun, quick snap. He wasn't expecting it. Caught it anyway. Hit as he throws. Ball picked off in the middle of the field by Blake Taylor. Berg one too many times down the middle with that field under pressure, and Taylor picked it off.
I was thinking the same thing, Kurt. Went to the well one too many times, threw that one up for grabs.
Well, that play was doomed from the start. Berg wasn't expecting the snap. He got it. He did a nice job of catching it.
He did.
And the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 at the 36 of Forest Park after the pick by Taylor.
That was a big turnover because Forest Park obviously would have liked to taken that down and gotten a score, but now Southridge has an opportunity to extend the lead here. 2
wings to the left, receiver to the right. Hudson Allen gets the snap, gives it to Orion Curry, tries the left side, bounces around, gets spilled at the 32. Gain of 4 on the play for Orion Curry, who started this game with 3 straight touchdown runs.
Southridge looks like Kurt right here, formation-wise and whatnot, that they're just going to go to their grinded-out offense right here. It looks like they're going to put the ball in the running back's hands and see if they can just push this one in and play some physical football here.
2nd down and 6, ball at the 32. Receiver Keaton Allen to the right side. Hudson fake. The handoff goes to the right side. Rangers get in the hole and knock him down. They had good pursuit. And coming up to make the stop for Forest Park on that run was Bryson Frick.
Yeah, there was nothing there for Hudson. I'm not sure exactly what happened in the blocking up front, but it looked initially like he might have something, but there were 2 Rangers that made the play right there, and the Raiders facing a 3rd and 5 here.
So ball at the 31-yard line. Kramer climbs over the football. 2 receivers to the near. Hudson Allen with the Ryan Curry in the backfield. Bad snap. Hudson catches it, pulls it down, rolls to the right side. Still on his feet. He's going to try to run. He's going to be short of the first down. Gets it at the Forest Park 29. Again, that snap had some heat on it, and Hudson, fortunate, being a good athlete, to pull it down and tried to get it all he could. Will bring up a 4th down. Raiders in 4-down territory at the 30-yard line.
That snap did have heat. And a good decision by Hudson right there. Instead of throwing it up for grabs or whatever, he tucked it, got something, and not a lot, but Raiders get to snap the ball again.
4th down and 4. Keaton Allen to the near. Here comes Noah Wright out here as well. Hudson in the pistol. Snaps him down in motion. Arroyo across the formation. Hudson rolls out to the left side, slings it out in the flat to Arroyo. Tries to make a man miss. Gets knocked down at the 27-yard line. He not going to be there for the first down. The Rangers turn the Raiders over on downs.
Kurt, if Hudson had another chance there, if he had that ball back, the wideout down here at the bottom ran a streak and was open down the sideline. The DB jumped the flat pattern. Hudson took the flat guy, and Forest Park dodged a bullet there. If Hudson hits the kid down the sideline at 6, but, it's a split decision.
So the Rangers have it near hash mark from the 27. Berg under center. Pun back in the backfield with him. Double wing formation. They pitch it back to Jackson Leak, and he sweeps the left side. Still on his feet. Gets it across the 30 to the 31 before he's upended. So the Rangers going back under center here, and Forest Park has it second down. And about 7, they say. Ball now on the right hash mark toward the Ranger bench. Looks like the rain has subsided just a bit. It was not a heavy rain, just a mist. 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. 28-10 in favor of the Raiders. Berg under center, sends a man in motion behind the formation. They give it to Frick. Tries to sweep it left side. Cam Nykum bangs him out of bounds across the way, short of the first down stick, so that'll bring up a third down.
Tell you what, Kurt, both teams battling hard. I'm impressed with Southridge's defense, the way they pursue. Forest Park, on the other hand, though, too, their line play is pretty good. They've settled down, and their backs run hard. Southridge needs to, get a stop, get another score, and really get in control of this game. If not, Forest Park is not going to go away.
Up there, well put together. They've got a good game plan, and hanging with it, I formation under center Berg, and once again the Raiders jump. And Southridge jumps across the line of scrimmage, and another encroachment penalty on Southridge. So it's 1st and 10 Rangers now from the 40-yard line. So Forest Park gets a free break there. Ball on the left hash. Double wing formation. Leaking behind the formation. Berg rolls to the left. Design run all the way. Raiders chase him down over there. David Schwartz got to him, as well as Roland Whitehead. And also Noah Owens.
I'll tell you, nice job by Owens staying home there. Little boot to the left. Had some Raiders fooled, and I thought maybe that was going to turn into a big play for the Rangers, but he stayed home and then got some help from the other guys.
So 2nd down and 7, football resting at the 43 of Forest Park. 28-10 Raiders. Wide out here to the near, covered by Keaton Allen, one to the far. Noah Wright's got him. In motion, Leakin behind the formation. They pitch it back to Leakin. Tries to cut it up, and Roland Whitehead sets the edge right there and spills him. Again, did not let him get to the outside, turned him back in and made the tackle.
Nice play by Roland. Nice play. As you said, come up field there and force the quarterback back inside. Southridge back again into that too deep man under coverage, and that's designed to take away the underneath passing game. You still got 2 safeties deep to take away the deep ball. They're keying to stop the pass.
3rd down and 11, football at the 39. Double wing formation, Berg back in the gun. Quarterback takes the ball, retreats back to pass, looks down the middle, now throws it here to the near side. Another leaping catch by Jackson Leakin inside Raider territory at the 49. That time, Berg had plenty of time to survey the field, looked left, came back to the right, and Leakin again jumps and athletically pulls it down.
Wow. I mean, Kurt, that was a great throw and catch. Again, pretty good defense by the Raiders, but, man, is this Leakin kid impressive. Just a great grab. It was kind of a high throw, 1st down. 1st
and 10 at the 47-yard line of Southridge. Raiders defense tries to bristle up. They give it to Pun. He tries to go to the right side, and Carter Harris gets there initially, and then a slew of Raiders drive him to the field turf here at Raider Field.
Southridge continues to kind of control that line of scrimmage on the defensive side. Forest Park, just not getting anything on the run game, relying a lot on the passing game. Let's see what happens here with a 2nd and long.
6 minutes to go, halfway home here in the third quarter. 28-10 Southridge over Forest Park. Lubers goes wide to the left. Bettag here to the near side for Forest Park. Berg under center takes the ball inside, handoff to Bryson Frick. He runs into some traffic on the right side of that Raider defensive line, and they get to him as Blake Taylor got there. Also Davis Schwartz and Yamil Arroyo on the stop.
That call there, Kurt, they faked a sweep right, did a little trap back to the left side, tried a little misdirection on the Raiders. Did not work. Southridge continues to control that line of scrimmage.
3rd down and long, 3rd and 13. Football nose on the 50-yard line. Ball on the right hash as well. Berg back in the shotgun. He's been dangerous with his feet. Here's the snap. Berg looks left, buys some time, throws it down to the right side of the field, in the air, knocked away by the Raiders. Rolling Whitehead, Keaton Allen back on the coverage, and that'll bring up a 4th down and perhaps a punt by the Rangers here. Again, he threw across his body, looked left, and went back to the right, and the ball hung up and allowed the Raiders to knock it away.
Yeah, he didn't get everything behind that throw, and he underthrew it a little bit. It got tipped, and good defense by the Raider DBs there.
So Berg goes back. He's doing it all tonight. He's at the 39 of Forest Park. Noah right inside the 20 for Southridge. Here's a snap. It's a good one. Berg puts a foot into it. Line drive kick. Raiders best to get away from this. It trickles out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 27, and that's where Southridge's offense goes to work here for their second drive of the half. The first one resulted in turning it over on downs. 4:53 to go here in the third quarter, 28-10 Raiders.
Still think Coach B and Coach Ohanian, they really want to get the ground game going. Forest Park really has, since early in the game, they've done a pretty good job against the ground game, but I think Southridge would love to see, a grinded-out drive here and put it in the end zone.
So it's at the 26-yard line of Southridge here. 1st and 10 Raiders, ball on the right hash. Nycom will go wide to the right toward the Ranger bench. Double wing formation for Hudson Allen. Allen, the senior quarterback, waits for the ball. In motion, Arroyo. They give it to him. He tries to sweep the left side. Tries to break a tackle. Does. Gets it to the 35, to the 40, and gets hog-tied to the ground at the 40-yard line as the Rangers, Caden Leisman got him and took him to the turf.
Young man is a hard running back. He runs with some violence, and he likes to impact the hit on the defender right there. He just he got tackled after a nice run, but he instigated the contact.
Keaton Allen wide to the right, 1st and 10 at the 39 for Southridge. Hudson takes the ball right up the middle to Orion Curry. He's got some decent running room. He breaks a tackle into Ranger territory at the 49-yard line for a Raider first down.
Raider offensive line opened a nice hole right there. He slithered up in there. Nice gain. I think this is what Southridge wants to do is get physical here.
Forest Park calls the timeout, 28-10. Raiders on top, 4:21 to go here in the third. We'll break and come back with more after this. Back to Raider Field, 1st and 10 at the 49 for Southridge. Hudson Allen waits for the snap, sends right in motion across the formation. Inside handoff to Yamil Arroyo. Forest Park hits him initially, and they get him to the ground as Davin Pun, a 6-foot, 185-pound sophomore, got to him right away. And Southridge, as you mentioned, trying to get that running game going. And I'll tell you one thing, after last week's game at North Posey, Coach B, throughout the week, really challenged that offensive line. He got after him this week.
Well, it shows. They're playing with some energy. But right there, after that timeout, the Rangers came out. They had about 8 men, close to the line of scrimmage. Now they're selling out to stop the run.
2nd down and 9, football at the 48-yard line, double wing formation. Hudson Allen gets the football, gives it to Orion Curry, big hole right side. He's down the middle of the football field, tries to break some tackles, gets it inside the 20, has it at the Ranger 19. Big run by Orion Curry.
Wow, nice big play there. Kick out in for the Raiders with a nice kick out block right there. And Curry, man, he is slithery. He just gets them on their heels, and the Rangers were backpedaling a little bit. Southridge now in the red zone.
So 1st and 10 at the 19 of the Rangers, 3:27 to go, third quarter. Raiders on top by a 28-10 score. Hudson back in the pistol. Backs with him. Zach Russell in the game as well. They give it to Yamil Arroyo. He breaks a tackle. He goes right up the middle. He's toward the end zone. Stays on his feet towards the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. Arroyo from 19 yards out.
Nice drive, Kurt. Really nice drive. Southridge kind of strapped it up right there and just physically came out and ran the football right down the field. Credit to the offensive line. Nice job quarterback directing that, and both backs that were featured ran hard.
So the Raiders take their second drive of the third quarter into the end zone for a touchdown. They go 74 yards on 6 plays, capped by the Arroyo touchdown run. Cruz on for the extra point attempt. The pass is high. It's down on the tee by Hudson, and the kick is good. Southridge 35, Forest Park 10 on the Judd Collett Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. Brett and I will be back with more high school football right after this. Welcome back to the Toys Auto Parts of Huntingburg Press Box. Raiders add on 35-10 over Forest Park. 6-play, 74-yard drive after the Forest Park punt. Yamil Arroyo got it in from the 19. His second rushing touchdown of the season. 3:08 to go here in the third quarter.
Southridge has shown some kick deep and some squib. I'm not sure. Let's see what they do right here. Steve Rust, special teams coach, has been kind of switching it up, and they go back to the squib.
They go to the squib, and Davin Pun attack that with a dive at the 32 for Forest Park, and that's what you do. You just don't worry about running. You just cover it and get on the football, and Forest Park has decent field position at about the 34 of their own here, and they got to do some work here to try to scratch back in this one.
You know, Southridge has done a pretty good job, Kurt, of making the Rangers somewhat one-dimensional, you know, making them hurt them with the passing game and really shutting down the run. 1st
and 10 at the 34, Berg under center. Wing T set for Forest Park. They give it right up the middle to Pun, but he's met in the hole by Xander Duncan and also Davis Schwartz. We talked about Davis earlier in this season, or earlier in this game.
Yeah, Davis is becoming a real force at linebacker. You know, Southridge had 2 great linebackers a year ago, and early in the season there were some questions, but these kids have really grown into that role, and obviously right there, you know, that showed where they've come, and this game has shown that as Southridge has kind of really controlled that defensive line of scrimmage.
Yep, Kramer and Schrader last year. Kramer now at U of I playing for the Greyhounds. Berg under center. Play action, rolls out, gets hit as he throws it to the sideline. Incomplete at the 40-yard line. Once again, Jackson Leakin mad that he didn't haul it in with one hand. Can't catch everything, but that's the kind of competitor he is. He thinks he should catch everything. Incomplete.
I got to say, these kids are fun to watch, the quarterback and that wide receiver.
Raiders have a guy down across the field. It's tough to see over there, and it's Gage Werner over there, bounces up off the turf. He looks like he's all right.
Good.
Jessica Canese goes out there to take a look. Raiders have had very good trainers, whether it be Danny Rogers or Aubrey Block, and now Jessica Canese. So they're well taken care of, and you keep your players on the field, keep them, you know, in their stretching and all of the stuff, and it's a full-time job, especially in football.
It's so nice to have a full-time trainer.
It is. 3rd down and 10, football at the 34. Berg takes it from the shotgun. Once again, scrambles off to his left, sets his feet, throws it down the middle. Incomplete. Picked off by Noah Wright. On the tip, Wright brings it to the near side, and we've got a whistle and a flag on the play. Wright picked it off, and again, you can't miss down the middle. You know that as a quarterback, and now Leakin's down on the field here on the near side. They threw that flag in a hurry. I think it was a face mask, but Wright picks it off.
Kind of an inadvertent whistle. I mean,
yeah, maybe that was it.
Well, I think he did face masking, but you
let
really
the
don't.
Play go, yeah.
Yeah, you don't blow the whistle there because Noah was still running, and it's just catching up on the Rangers a little bit here. He's forced to kind of throw it up for grabs, and Southridge DBs are kind of playing center field back there, and we got some good DBs back there, and big play right there by Noah Wright. He really snatched that one out of the air.
His second interception of the season, and the Raiders will take over at the 37 of Forest Park here. Really starting to open things up with 2:09 to go here in the third quarter, 35-10. And they're going to get better field position. They didn't mark off the penalty as of yet, so that's going to be inside the 25 to about the 24. So Southridge in plumb field position here to start this drive after the pick. So 1st and 10. Nykum goes wide to the right. He had a touchdown catch earlier. Hudson in the pistol. Snaps him down, takes the football, rolls out to the right side. Hudson throws it out over the head of Yamil Arroyo in the right flat, incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Had him. He was open just a little high on the throw. I like that call from the Raiders on 1st down. Little play action and slipping it back into the flat. If he could just gotten the ball to him, he might have scored.
So 2nd and 10, football at the 23. Of Forest Park. Kramer up over the football. Ball on the left hash. Keaton Allen and Yamil Arroyo split wide to the right side. Right the wing to the left side. Curry in the backfield. Hudson takes the football. Quick pass out to the sideline to Arroyo. Made a guy miss. Cuts it back inside the 20.
Wow.
Right up the middle of the field. Spins out of a tackle. Toward the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. What a pitch and catch. Mainly a run by Yamil Arroyo and a flag down on the play. Wow.
Heck of an effort by Arroyo there. Heck of an effort. Wow.
Hold, block in the back. That's going to be negating that touchdown. So Coach B out on the field. Now we got to cramp somebody in the end zone. They're lifting that leg up way down on the north end zone in the corner.
You don't want to see a kid go down with anything, but if it's a cramp, you usually go, okay, good, just a cramp.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're doing over that. Might be Yamil over there. After he zigged and zagged in and out of traffic.
Heck of an effort. Heck of an effort.
So they're continuing. The Forest Park trainers over there now. Jess and Coach B come on at the field. 1:52 to go in the third. 35-10 Raiders and Corden next Friday night out here at Raider Field to start the 3A sectional. Forest Park will be taking on the Mitchell Blue Jackets.
I like both teams' chances in their opener. I really do, and these are two good football teams, and both playing pretty well tonight.
Yeah,
and I hope they carry that into the first round.
Yeah, Forest Park under Coach Riggs, they had just one win last season, but they've turned it around and beat teams and had big games and probably could have won a couple more, but just let it slip away and got sideways in a couple of them. But, both teams will be getting ready for the tournament next week. And Yamil Arroyo will walk to the sideline here. It looks like he's all right after that cramp. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 23 of Forest Park for Southridge. So the Raiders looking for their 6th win of the season. Forest Park likewise. But it's been Southridge here getting the upper hand, leading 35-10.
Southridge looking maybe to score the knockout punch here, and it's far from over. But this would be a big score if the Raiders can push this in. They've got good field position, but behind the sticks right now, Kurt.
2nd down and 18 here. Hudson at quarterback takes the ball, gives it to Orion Curry right side, runs into some traffic in the middle of that Forest Park defensive line. Roland Zaire, a 6'1 senior, in to make the stop.
It's kind of a pick your poison when you're on defense. You got to stop something. Right now, Forest Park is gearing up to stop the run. They brought both their linebackers that time. There was absolutely nothing there. So as we've said before, Forest Park's trying to take away the run. Southridge, when they're on defense, kind of taking away the pass. And see what happens.
Matt Ader's really good linebacker, defensive coach for Forest Park. He gets those guys ready to play week in and week out. Joy going out to watching them practice.
Well coached.
3rd down and 17. Here's the play. Hudson rolls off to the left side, throws it to the sideline, tipped and picked off by the Rangers on a tip drill. They picked the ball off, and it's Jackson Leakin.
Who else?
Back there, you got it. Ball was tipped off a Raider receiver and Leakin. It's always tough. Those are tough. That change of slight direction, you either stobe your finger or pick it off, and that's exactly what happened there with Leakin. He picked it off, and the Rangers got it. As Southridge was in that Ranger territory, and the Rangers get the turnover.
Southridge rolled left that time, and, of course, that's tough when you're a right-handed quarterback to roll to the left and throw. He had a couple guys kind of open, but, good reaction by the Ranger DB to get a hand on it.
So Leakin will go off to the left side. Once again, Berg directs a man into the slot to the left, kind of shoved him over there. Frick in the backfield. He flares out to the left. Berg takes the football, retreats back, has some time, looks, throws the ball way up in the air down the middle of the field. Lucky that didn't get picked off, and now a pass interference on Southridge as Betag was out there, and he got bumped. If this was college or the NFL, you could say that was an uncatchable ball, but there's no such thing in high school, so it's a pass interference on the Raiders. Again, the Raiders got jobbed on one down at North Posey last week on that one. That one, these guys were chasing the football because it was flying up in the air like a helicopter.
It was. It was just he kind of just threw it down the middle of the field, and some players kind of bumped into one another, and that could have gone either way.
So second down, and with the pass interference, yeah. Had to change the marker over there. So 1st and 10 at the 39. Berg back in the gun. Has a man back there with him. Berg takes the football, looks left, throws it out to the left side. He's got Leak, and he tries to outrun the defense. And in a collision over there between he and Noah Wright. Wright gets him out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Noah brought the wood right there.
Yeah, he did. Noah will stick his head in there.
He will.
He's not afraid.
Tough kid.
Yes, he is.
A little bit outsized there trying to hit Leakin, but he laid a lick on him and made a nice play. They only gained 5, but got to love that kid.
Final 30 seconds of the third quarter. Rangers perhaps one more play unless it's an incomplete pass. Berg with two backs on his left and right shoulder. Takes the football, fakes a handoff, rolls here to the near side, heavy rush, and he just got down before he was hit by Xander Duncan. And that will be the end of the third quarter. 35-10 Raiders on top as we head to the fourth quarter on the Judd Collett Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll have fourth quarter action from Raider Field right after this. Kurt Guxall, Brett Bardwell back at the Toys Auto Parts of Hudegberg press box. 3rd down and 14 for Forest Park here with Southridge on top, 35-10. Rangers will attack the north end zone toward the water tower here at Raider Field. Glad you could join us here in week number 9. Playoffs start next Friday night. All across the state, other than in 5 and 6A. You get a bye with the smaller amount of teams there, so also helps with the officiating. Not much to go around, so that's good. 3rd down and 14,
okay.
Football at the 35.
Where's Leakin? That's what I want to know. So
if you're Southridge, that's exactly right. Empty backfield for Berg. Berg waits for the ball, takes it low, snaps, going to have to pick it up, and he's going to get snowed under. They got to him as Owens got there, and it again was the low snap. Berg did a nice job of picking it up. A couple of Rangers now down on the field. Berg gets up, but another Forest Park guy hit the turf. So Owens got it on the stop for Southridge. That'll bring up a 4th down and 20. That low snap as Berg was operating out of the empty backfield.
I tell you what, Kurt, when you're a coach and you get to this point, 35-10 with about 12 minutes to go, the game is not over, but you don't want to get anybody hurt. You're opening up sectional play next week. At this point, you're thinking, let's just get out of this thing healthy and get ready for the second season that really, really matters.
Other scores tonight, Jasper beats arch rival Lincoln 13-0. The Alices without their starting quarterback. He was the SIAC Player of the Year last year, so they've struggled offensively. Jasper able to get the win.
Dave Hill is not going to like that score.
We love Dave Hill. They've got whether it would be Tom Ernst, Dave Hill, down through the years at Lincoln, great athletic directors. Chris Lancaster now came over from South Knox.
Yeah.
I
love Dave Hill, too. You talk about a guy that bleeds green, man.
His dad. And
yes.
A lot of those guys down through the years is with their pedigree and what they've done in athletics down there. And In all ADs, I mean, you've been in that job, and
Yeah.
you love working with all the ADs that you've worked with at the
Oh.
various schools. And I can't say enough about the ADs in southwestern Indiana. I mean, just
Yes.
great people and what they do. That's one of those jobs, and not just because you're here. Unless you've done it, you really shouldn't judge. You really
tell you
shouldn't
what,
criticize. It's an amazing job.
But you're right. You miss the other ADs and officials and media people. That's what you miss.
Yep. Back, Berg going to punt inside his 20. Kind of a
I
rugby
think
punt. He's going to kick
thought
it at the
he thought
last
about running.
minute. Line drive. Wright's going to have a chance to take it back. Wright breaks the tackle. He's down the middle of the field. He's got running room. He has one man to beat, and they drag him down. But what a run by Noah Wright. And again, anytime you can field those line drives and get that run up, that's dangerous for the punt coverage team.
Yeah, he was trucking right there, Kurt. It looked like some of the Forest Park kids were almost standing still. I mean, he was heading in the other direction in a hurry. And like you said, if he just could have beaten that last guy, it was 6.
So the Raiders are going to have good field position at the 19 of Forest Park, leading 35-10. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Kramer over the football. Nykum goes wide to the right. Zach Russell in the backfield at a wing to the right side as well for the Raiders. Hudson sends Noah in motion. They're going to give it to Wright. Goes to the right side of the formation. Gets caught up in some traffic. Gets it down to the 15. Gain of 4 on the play for Noah Wright.
Kind of a student body right there, Kurt. They pulled both guards, got out in front of Noah, and kind of a physical, just kind of stick it up in there type of run. But good yardage, got 4 on first down.
So Southridge trying to put this one away, attacking the south end zone toward their students. Some hardy souls down there after the rain. Heading into fall break. 2 receivers to the left. Russell the wing to the right side. Hudson takes it, gives it to Orion Curry. Right up the middle. Barrels into the end zone. Touchdown, Orion Curry from the 16-yard line. His 4th touchdown of the night with 10:51 to go here in the ball game.
Kramer, Taylor, Meese, boy, did they blow a hole there, and he stuck it up in there in a hurry. Nice play by the Raiders. Nice score.
Ryan Curry, 16-yard touchdown run after the Noah Wright punt return inside the 20. And here comes Cruz. He's been perfect. More often than not, he has been perfect this year in extra points. Snap is down. Kick is up by Cruz, and the kick is good. Raiders increase that lead to 42-10 over the Forest Park Rangers on the Judd College Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more after this. Back to Raider Field. Squib kick, and once again the Rangers come up with it. And they'll take over at the 29-yard line. So Forest Park tries to get something going, build some momentum for them heading into their sectional opener. Football 27 of Forest Park. So let's see what they do here. Ball in the middle of the field for a first down and 10. So now Aaron Treader is going to come into the ball game. He's been their starter much of the time this season at quarterback, so he's going to go up under center. Wing T formation. Behind the play, Berg is going to get it. He's going to sweep it to the right side. We'll see what he can do running the football. He gets driven out of bounds across the way. Zach Russell came up, also Cam Haywood as well. So the Raiders starting to mix in some defensive guys. Guys have had an opportunity with some blowouts to get a lot of time in. Haywood on the corner over there. Some guys in on the defensive line as well.
It's always nice to have some depth, Kurt. You know, you're going to have injuries and you're going to have nicks and you're going to have some guys get tired. And it's nice to have some depth because football is a game of numbers.
2nd down and 7. Again, Treader under center. Double wing formation. They go to the outside handoff, and it's leaking, but the Raiders force him back into the inside, and he gets chopped down.
Nothing fancy right there for the Raiders, Kurt. Just line up in their base defense, but they are coming off the ball and just really attacking.
3rd down and 7 again. Treader's been banged up a little bit this season, so it's a passing situation. He's a good thrower from the pocket, so we'll see what he does here. Again, Berg has been the quarterback for every possession except this one tonight. 3rd down and 8 from the 31. So Treader's going to come up under center here. Some confusion in the backfield. He directs some guys to where they need to go. Treader under center. Pitch back to Berg. He's going to option pass, still looking. Now going to run away from the Raider defense. They're going to chase him, turns it up. He's got the 1st down into the Raider bench. He wanted to throw that halfback option, but again, being the athlete, he pulled it down and took off like the running back he is now. Boy, moves the chains.
You know, they've got some skill people for sure, Kurt. I mean, they've got some speed, and like you said right there, that was a busted play. They wanted a halfback pass. He just turned and outran the Raider defense up this left sideline.
Yeah, Forest Park, there are a few students north of into 2A where they could be very easily be a 1A team like South Spencer. That makes all the difference in the world for a smaller school.
It sure does.
But you are what you are, I guess, as far as students are concerned. Raiders nearly jump off, and now a late whistle. So we'll see if they were drawn off or what happened. Whistle blew. They probably against Southridge since they stopped the play. We'll see. Yep, this gets the Raiders with 9:45 to go, 42-10 our score. Football going to be marched to the 50-yard line. So the Rangers get the break there. Send a receiver to the left, one to the far. Treader under center for the Rangers. Berg behind the fullback. Treader's going to roll off to the right. Quarterback throws it short of Bryson Frick in the flat. Kind of dumped it at his feet. And it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, defensively, Kurt, I think Southridge has got some young guys in there, and they really pursue to the ball. I mean, they can run and put pressure on people. The one thing they've got to be careful of course, is some misdirection.
Lime Meyer was chasing him down. Got Nez Ricardo in there as well. 2nd down and 5, football at the 50. Receiver left, receiver to the right. Double wing for Forest Park. Treader under center with the fullback right behind him. They pitch it back to Jackson Leakin. Tries to sweep the right side, cuts it up the hash mark. He's into the open. He spins out of a tackle before Xander Duncan ran him down at the 32. But another highlight reel run by Jackson Leakin. He's been a great receiver, and he gets into the open field as a sophomore. He can do some damage. You gotta like if you're Terry Riggs to have that dude back for 2 more years.
He is a nice looking athlete, Kurt.
Plays all the sports for Forest Park, and that's the best thing of this whole deal.
I love it. But when he gets going, he has got a long stride, and he's a strong kid, and he got up ahead of steam that time.
1st down and 10, football at the 32. Receiver to the left, one here to the right. Under center, Treader. Berg in motion across the formation. They're going to pitch it back to Berg. Berg, football in his right hand, goes to the right side. Gets knocked out of bounds over there by Worthwine at the 19. 8:56 to go, 42-10. Raiders on top here in week 9. So the Rangers have it at the 19.
I think the Rangers are sensing a little bit that they got a little physical advantage right here, and they're having success all of a sudden running the football.
Yeah, ball at the 29 instead of the 19, I should say. So receiver Luber's here to the near. A tag to the far. Treader goes to Leakin, tries to break a tackle, gets to the outside. Once again, Eli Meyer slung him down by the jersey. It'll be 3rd down for Forest Park, 8:44 to go.
Southridge, a little outsized right now with some of the younger kids in there, but, man, they're scrappy. I love the way they pursue to the ball and gang tackle. That was a nice run for the Rangers, but Southridge kids, they're scrappy and they will fight.
Fogerl and Haywood, the corners for Southridge. Gage, Werner, and Nykum in the secondary. Got Russell up front. Worthwine up front as well. Also Jack Beglin up there as well on that defensive line. 3rd down and 5 for the Rangers. obviously in 4-down territory. They pitch it back. Bettag will try to sweep the right side. Raiders try to chase him down from behind. Bettag gets out in the open. He's down the sideline before getting knocked down inside the 5-yard line as the Rangers, a good run by Jaden Bettag, a 5'10 junior.
Just a toss sweep to the right, Kurt, and Southridge did not set the edge that time. He was able to get outside and get downhill, and, man, he showed some nice speed.
Good drive by the Rangers here after that Orion Curry touchdown. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Rangers. Under 8 to play in this one. Forest Park down 42-10. Ball on the right hash from the 3. Treader under center for the Rangers. Snaps him down, takes it, gives it away to Bryson Frick. He plunges toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers. Bryson Frick gets in from the 3 to add to the Ranger point total with 7:53 to go in the ball game.
Just a straight dive right there, Kurt, and got some good drive from their offensive line, and you got to give Forest Park some credit there. That was a nice drive and no quit in them.
So Reese Wolf on for the extra point attempt. 42-16. He'll try to make it 17 here. Snap down on the tee. Wolf bangs it up through there, and it's good. 42-17. Southridge on top here of Forest Park. We'll step aside. We're back with more high school football right after this. Kurt Guxell, Brett Bardwell back at the Toys Auto Parts of Hudegberg press box as Southridge 42, Forest Park 17. Rangers get in on the touchdown run by Bryson Frick. Reese Wolf will kick it off from the 40 toward the north end zone. Squibs it along the ground. Somebody's going to have to pick it up, and they do. And Cam Haywood quickly slides to the ground.
Nice job by Cam right there, picking it up and making a good decision to just get down and not take any chances with the football there with a nice lead.
So the Raiders 1st and 10. We'll see who comes out at quarterback. It'll be Hudson. Sprinkle some guys in, I'm sure, as the clock starts to wind down. They've got some new offensive linemen into the game. Again, they're without Justin Leathers, their backup. Eli Meeks also does some quarterbacking for the Raiders, as well as Parker Steckler, a freshman. Ball on the right hash from the 37. Hudson back in that pistol. Roland Whitehead back in the backfield. They'll give it to Roland. He'll try the left side. Forest Park drives him back. So it'll be 2nd down and long. Thing about this, as you mentioned earlier, just run that clock, keep everybody healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the first team guys out of there. Xander Duncan will come in. So Jared Vogel will be running in a play as well with 7:23 to go. 42-17, Raiders on top. Hudson still in at quarterback. Ball at the 39 of Southridge. Vogel will come here to the near side. Worthwine, the tight end to the left. Duncan and Russell, the wingbacks for Southridge. In motion across the formation is Russell. He'll try the left side. Gets a big hole. He's across the midfield stripe. Down to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Russell, 61 yards.
Wow, Kurt, that was a beautiful play. In every angle that you look at it, good blocking, and the young man really kind of was patient as it was kind of a sweep out here to the right side, and then he saw, the ocean part a little bit, and he accelerated through that hole, took it to the house. That was pretty.
So Russell gets his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. 48-17. Again, Cruz on for the extra point. He'll try to make it a clean 7 for 7 in the extra point department. Hudson Allen to hold. Here's the pass down on the tee. Swings the right leg up into the football, and it is up and good. 49-17 Raiders on the Judd College Key Associates Signature Realty scoreboard. We're back with more right after this. Back in the Toys Auto Parts of Hudegberg press box. Raiders 49, Rangers 17. 6:53 to go in the game. Cruz to kick things off for the Raiders. Once again, along the ground. Ball bouncing around, and the Rangers get good field position. They cover it up at the 49. once again as they pounce on the football as Pun picks it up, and that's where Forest Park will go to work here. So see what the Rangers do offensively. Again, they will play Mitchell at home on Friday night of next week to start the tournament. Southridge at home with Corden. Ball on the right hash at the 39 for Forest Park. Treader back on for his second possession as the Ranger QB. Sends a receiver here to the near, one to the far. Ball on the right, a hash mark toward the Ranger bench. Frick is the back behind Treader. They pitch it back, and it's Betag. He gets wrapped up as they get right to him. Goodness made the stop. Ricardo got in there for a tackle.
Nice play.
So it's going to be second down and long. Ball back at the 37. 6:20 to go. The clock running with that running play. Got a flag down, but they wave it off.
I'll tell you what, Kurt, the second half has been nice, and as far as the weather, it's just cool,
Yeah.
and the rain stopped. No better place to be than Raider Field on a Friday night, and really, really enjoyable evening.
Yep, get out next week and enjoy it. Coach Phil Ohanian listening in Asheville. Second down and 11. Missed him at the golf course this week. Receiver left, receiver to the right. Here's the play. Treader takes it, gives it away to a new back into the backfield. We'll see that when it unpiles. As Coach Riggs starting to get other players into the game. Try to get Owen Sheeter into the game. He's at the running back spot.
Rangers don't seem to be in too big a hurry right here. I think, they're just wanting to run their offense, and I think kind of like we had said, Kurt, they want to just get through this and get out of here and get ready for the sectional, as do the Raiders.
Be 5-4. They're assured of a winning season.
Winning season. That's great.
So a lot of confusion here. Whistling. I think Coach Riggs is going to call a timeout. We'll keep it here. Raiders continue to shuffle in.
Looks like the Rangers have some young kids in, too, right now.
Yeah, they were able to play a lot of their JV games, which is good. That's always key. Sometimes teams cancel on the JV, and if you're lucky enough to have a freshman team, you always like to play those games.
Yeah, Kurt, that is a sign of a healthy program when you got enough kids to play JV and varsity and freshmen. Football is such a numbers game, and sometimes, it's frustrating for, let's say, programs like Southridge that has a freshman JV and varsity team. You get your JV games canceled. Who you're playing doesn't have enough, or your freshman game canceled, and it's frustrating for those kids. But it's a good sign for a program to be able to field those teams.
Yeah, Southridge from time to time, if they had somebody cancel, they try to move heaven and earth to get a game.
Absolutely.
Jasper's not on the varsity schedule, but they've played JV and freshman games against them.
Yeah.
Because they're a willing participant as well, and other teams too.
Kids want to play.
They pitch it back to Betag. He'll try the right side. Raiders once again getting behind the sticks. Eli Meese over there. Also Zach Russell. Speed rush there as well. Bring up a 4th down and 9. Forest Park probably kicks it away as Cam Haywood goes back to field this punt.
Looks like they have brought their punt team on.
Right. And they'll snap it from the 37. Cam will drop back inside the 35 at about the 34. Football getting ready to be snapped. Berg back into punt. He's been all over the field, done a nice job at quarterback and running back. Here's a snap. It's a good one. Berg takes his time. Rugby's out to the right side, kicks it at the last minute, and the ball bounces around, takes a huge Forest Park bounce, hugs the sideline.
Wow.
Cam just gets away. A huge punt by Berg down to the 10-yard line. And I know that, you've seen these rugby punters in recent years,
right.
But as a coach, that would make me nervous to punt that ball away at the last second while you're running around.
On that one, I think he might have just been on his own thinking, I may just run this thing, seeing what Southridge was going to do. And he thought about it, and then decided to kick it and puts it down on about the 5-yard line.
So Eli Meese will take over at the quarterback spot. 4:26 to go. We'll have our wrap-up show, give out our St. Anthony Tire and Auto Center hard hit of the game or tackle of the game. Tucker Shank and his crew over there. 4:26 to go, 49-17. Great to have Tucker back in the area. Meese at quarterback for Southridge, sets him down, double wing formation, sends a man in motion across the formation. They're going to fake it to Haywood. Meese carries the football, and he got ankle tackled at the 25, or he may have housed it.
I think so. I'm anxious to see this young man play quarterback. Heard so many good things about him.
So he is in at the quarterback spot, Eli Meese. So they've got some good backups. Leathers out with the concussion as well, or not a concussion, just an injury. Spoke there, first down and 10 from the 25. Raiders come up to the line of scrimmage. Dunk in the wing to the left. Haywood over there at the other wing for Southridge. In motion, Haywood across the formation. They're going to give it to Haywood. Arm tackle missed by Forest Park. Cam out in the open. He's down to the midfield stripe, still on his feet, and they slug him down with a horse collar at the 40-yard line. Tackled him in, grabbed him by the back of the jersey, and that's going to aid to this run by Haywood. Big run by Camden.
Well, I'll tell you what, these young kids getting in here for Southridge, they're getting a chance to play. They're not ready to stop tonight. They're still playing, and heck of a run right there by that young man.
So Cam gets it down to the 30 after the penalty, or the penalty puts it up to the 30-yard line. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Vogel goes wide to the left side. Haywood will join him in a slot to the left as well. Meese at quarterback takes the football. Gives it up the middle. Raiders continue to pound that ball down. This time on the carry is Noah Ring, a freshman for Southridge, gets a varsity carry. Raiders continue to sub in. Owen Beaker checks in as well. Also along the line, Caleb Humpert. Moving some different backs in there as well. Adam King. He'll go wide to the left side for Southridge. Second down and 5 from the 25. Double wing for the Raiders. Meese at quarterback looks over that Ranger defense. Sends Duncan in motion across the formation. They're going to fake it. Meese right up the middle. Gets it inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line with 3:04 to go. Good for a first down. 49-17 Raiders on top.
You know, Kurt, it's neat to see a group get in at young kids like this and perform like they are. You know, they're well coached. You know, they get up and they get set. They run the plays, and just shows how well coached they are. And again, you know, having depth like this and knowing you have kids like this coming in the future is again a sign of such a healthy program. And it's neat for these kids to get a chance to play because they practice hard all week.
Chase Ferguson off to the left side. Meese in the pistol formation, takes it, gives it right up the middle of the ring, but this time Forest Park was right there to meet him with 2:31 to go.
Nice job by the Rangers there. There was nothing there.
So Southridge again using up a lot of that clock, running different guys in there. Now Parker Steckler, the 6'1 freshman quarterback, will come into the ball game to play the rest of the way. So Southridge comes up. Second down and 10 from the 18. Steckler waits for the snap. Gets it. Handoff. Left side, right side. And inside the 15 to about the 11 is Cooper Sherman, a 5'10 sophomore. Raiders got a good sophomore. They got some guys that'll run in there, and they just keep on reloading this thing with 1:40 to go. 49-17. Raiders looking to get their 6th win of the season. Forest Park will drop to 5-4 heading into the tournament. Oh, Steckler gets the play here from the near sideline from Brad O'Haney with 1:24 to go. Ball on the right hash. Again, they're using all that play clock. It's down to 6. They may have to hurry a bit. They're going to go into the victory formation here. And take the snap. Oh, well, did they get delay of game perhaps? Maybe they were going to take a knee. Penalty on Forest Park and offside. Yeah, Southridge, they don't need any more points. So it's going to go against the Rangers. Ball down to the 6-yard line.
Don't think the Raiders want to put this one in, Kurt. I think
No,
a lot of respect for Forest Park, and they don't want to do that. A lot of respect. Forest Park played a heck of a hard football game tonight, as did Southridge. And best way to end this is the way Coach B is just taking a knee, and a lot of respect for the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Wagner started it with Eric Ubelor and those guys that put together Forest Park football, was just unbelievable. Then Ross Foose took over now on the Raiders staff, and Terry Riggs. They're in good hands. They've had just the 3 coaches, but they've had 3 fine ones, and football's in good shape.
Yes, it is.
At these 2 schools, as that's going to end it tonight. The 2 teams will walk across the field and shake hands tonight here at Raider Field as Southridge comes up with a 49-17 victory over the Rangers here this evening at Raider Field again on Southridge's senior night. 49-17 is our final. That's going to wrap things up here on 18 WJTS. Appreciate Kenny Speed with the video tonight. The Raiders win it 49-17.